Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Welcome to a very special video from this channel. It's the first video I've ever done that's not an unboxing. Although it will have an unboxing, the main focus of this video is going to be my entire One Piece collection. My very big and very expensive One Piece collection. Let's get right into it. Now this is not just a normal figure that I've ordered online. It is an Ichiban Kuji figure. Now for those of you who aren't big anime dorks like me, you might be wondering what that is. Now, an Ichiban Kuji is kind of like a raffle. They have them at anime stores. You go there, you buy a ticket, you open your ticket immediately. You don't have to wait for them to draw it or anything. And then you win a prize. Now, prizes A through B, C, D, E, F, the high letters, are going to be big prizes, good prizes, like the figure that I'm about to open. And the lower letters are going to be smaller prizes, some of which I will show you later because I have many because I don't win very much, which is exactly why I bought this figure. Here it is. For those of you who are familiar with my channel, you know exactly why I bought it, because it's Sanji's outfit that he wears in Whole Cake Island during the whole Big Mom Charlotte family arc. And also the box is not as big as they make it look, but it's still very cool. So the thing about Kujis is the figures very cool, but also very expensive to purchase, because obviously they're made to be won. So if people win one, they're not gonna give it to you for cheap. There he is, my newest and one of my most favorite additions to my collection. Let's have a look at some of these things. Now I'll start with these ones over here, which are some of the first I ever added to my collection, maybe in year 8 at school, very young, and I first started watching One Piece. These are the Grand Line Men figures, and they are very cool and very detailed, especially considering they're only, they were only $20, $30. I don't know what they are today with inflation, but yeah, you can see how the level of detail they put into these, and they still make these today. They're a very popular line. You can get them pretty much anywhere that sells anime stuff, and yeah, they make lots of new characters. Cool thing about Bon Clay though is because he is a tranny. Instead of the Grand Line Men, which the others all have, this one is the Grand Line Men with a question mark. And these are some other figures, part of a complete set, which I don't have the complete set of. They're part of the Dramatic Showcase series. I got Sniper King first, and just because it was Sniper King and he's awesome, and I never saw another figure of him. Then got Luffy yelling to Robin, and I had them so Luffy was on my bedside table and Robin was high up on the shelf, because that's kind of where they are, like in the size difference. But what's interesting about that is, if anyone has watched Titans, the series on Netflix, Gar, also known as Beast Boy, actually has that exact same Luffy figure on his bedside table, which I thought was crazy because that's where I used to have mine. I found these at a convention. I got a couple of them at a convention. They were only $5 each, believe it or not. You didn't know which one you were going to get, but considering the level of detail that's in these, yeah, for $5 that's great. But what they are they're a chess set. So if you on the backs of them, they have that they're knights or queens or bishops, whatever. But yeah, the thing is, they don't have for the other side, the blacks. They have the white side and the black side, but the black side is just the same side mirrored, like they're all the same characters. They just have black bases, so that's kind of boring, and it made me not want to get the others. I got these secondhand online for a good price. The only thing is that the Zoro with the sword in his mouth was missing the sword in his mouth, which kind of sucked, but I think they're really cool. I wouldn't use them to play chess. I would just have them out, but at the moment I don't have enough room, as you'll see when we get to the rest of the collection. But yeah, let's move on. And now to one of the arguably probably the coolest thing in my collection. Maybe it was, certainly, when I was like 13 when I bought these. Zoros Swords. The Wado Ichimonji, Kitetsu III, and Shusui. Some people have sets with Yubashiri, his old sword that gets rusted and broken and before he replaces it with Shusui, but I just went straight for the replacement. And you know, spoilers for people who aren't up to date with the Wano Country arc, which is me included. There apparently somehow he loses another sword and gets a new one. So once I watch that, I'm gonna have to replace one of these now, aren't I? These are real metal swords. They're not sharp and they're a bit rusty. I've had them for a while, but yeah, real metal blades. Really nice detailing on the scabbards and stuff. And yeah, I don't keep them in here. I keep them in the garage. Maybe I should keep them in here in case there's a home intruder or something. Let's move on. Hopefully that wasn't a showstopper. Next is another thing that I've had in my collection for a long time, the One Piece Funko Pops. Now, I bought them all. I bought the first 4, which was Luffy, Chopper, Ace, and Law, back when they first came out, and I guess people weren't as into Funko Pops back then. So now, a couple of those, specifically Law, is actually quite valuable now. I have a room of pop vinyls, as you can see behind me, and Law is I think, if not in the top 5 definitely, but I think he's the most valuable pop that I have. Not that I would ever sell him, because he's part of my favorite collection, which is these One Piece Funko Pops. And I have all of them, even the Shanks Chase, except the latest one that's come out, Law, and the new Law, because they made another one, because he's a very popular character and no one can afford the maybe $1,000 price that it's going to be to get a new one, but to get one of the old ones. But yeah, the new ones is coming, and the Chase as well. I ordered them, but they're not here for this video. These are some of my favorite pieces in my collection, just because I'm a big Funko Pop collector and I'm a big One Piece collector, so it's nice when they converge. These are another favorite of mine, because again, they're from Funko, not pop vinyls, but they're called Mystery Minis, and they feature the Dressrosa arc. So I was kind of late to the party with these, just because I like to watch an arc when it's completed rather than watching it week by week. So, and the Dressrosa arc went for like 3 years maybe, so I was a bit behind and I didn't really know. And once I watched it, obviously I wanted all these, and a lot of them weren't for sale as much. So some kind person in the One Piece collectors page sold me a bunch of the ones I didn't have, but yeah, obviously you see I'm still missing Brooke and Frankie, Doflamingo, and a bunch of other ones that are super rare, near impossible to find these days, but I'll find them because I really like these guys. I really like the character they put into them. They've made them small. Up top here, I've got my Going Merry figurine, one of the first ever pieces of One Piece merch I ever bought. I'm not sure with the branding or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And what I like about it most is that when I recently got my 1000 Sunny, which you can see in the unboxing video, which I'll link somewhere in this video, it's roughly the same size, like not the same size, the scale, I should say. So it shows you how big their new ship, the Sunny, is compared to their old ship, the Merry. How do I know this, you ask? Because the little doors are the same size. And just a little bonus, because I didn't realize it when I was filming the unboxing of the Sunny, but if you see here, I thought that you had to open the mouth like this to get the cannon out. But what you really do is twist these bones here and the cannon flicks out. Yeah, didn't realize that when I was showcasing it in my unboxing, but yeah. And also I've got a little mini Sunny that I had, which I thought was pretty cool. It was a blind box, and I could have got any number of ships from the series, but I got the main one, so that was pretty cool. Now for my fancy display cabinet. The main attraction of this cabinet are obviously these big figures. They're called Grandista figures. It's a big brand. They make all kinds of, Naruto and Dragon Ball and Demon Slayer characters, but obviously I'm a big One Piece collector, and this is every One Piece Grandista figure that they've made so far. These were obviously the first few. I didn't buy them when they came out. Someone was gracious enough to sell me them online. Down here are some of the newest ones, Law and Sabo. The other two at the back are a bit older. I had to buy those secondhand. And down here are the Grandista Nero figures. So they're very similar to the ones I have on the top shelf, but they come with extra parts and fancy things. So instead of his cigarette, Sanji's holding a plate of desserts, and Zoro's got his sword out instead of just holding it, and Ace has some flame. And they all come with interchangeable parts. So Zoro and Sanji come with different faces that show them angry at each other. And, you know, Luffy can either be, you know, holding that big rack of meat, or he could be holding his hat, or holding a cask of ale. Same with Ace. I can change his hand to do that too. And in the back here, they are little plates that are Kuji prizes. Like I mentioned earlier, they're, you know, less desirable prizes. Still pretty cool. They kind of look like ashtrays, but yeah, not that I would use them as that. I'd rather just have them out looking cool, because they are very cool. And down here we have these little things. I'm not sure what they're called. They're gashapon machines, though. That, you know, the machines you put a couple coins in, and they crank out a little capsule, and you open it up, and you get one of these. And it took me a few tries to get all the ones, but yeah, I like these a lot. I wish I could find more of them. I can't. These are the only ones I've ever seen. So yeah. Down here, I have some more gashapons, little things, little blind box toys, and down the very bottom, this is completely Kuji prizes. So all the special cups, drink bottles, and a cool little scotch glass, I guess, or any sort of glass, along with some very cool statues of Zoro and Sanji, my favorite, which I think are based on, they're based on artworks. They're based on artworks by fans, and they made them into figures, which is very cool. Let's move on to the main attraction of not just my One Piece collection, but my whole room. This is to people who have seen some of my videos before and have watched some of my unboxings. This is the familiar shelf that I have put my entire Charlotte family collection on. As you can see, it's getting a bit crowded, but I'm making do with it as I can. I haven't been able to fit the last statue I have, the last statue I unboxed on there, just because of the sheer size of that, but I might see what I can do, see if I can make some more room. I said the same thing about Daifuku over here. He was huge. I was going to have him on the bottom shelf, but that was definitely not going to happen. So there he is. I didn't put him on the shelf at the end of my unboxing video of him, but there he is. Huge, very tall, and yeah, probably worthy of being on the top shelf, not the bottom shelf. This is my Black Pearl Studio Big Mom, which I showcased in my last unboxing video, where I unboxed the even bigger Big Mom. But this was my first statue, so this was what made me want to collect the whole family. And she is very detailed, very heavy, and part of a few of the statues on here that I haven't made unboxing videos for, because I already unboxed them when I had started my channel and started doing unboxings. Over in the corner there is basically a shrine to everyone's favorite Charlotte character, Katakuri. As you can see, and as I mentioned in my unboxing video, there's a lot of different Katakuris over there. I think I have 5 different versions of him, including the big statue, just because he's so popular. He's the one that everyone likes. He does look very cool. He's one of the other statues that I didn't have an unboxing video for, but he goes with the set with the Sweet 3 Generals. So Smoothie, Cracker, and Katakuri, which we'll show down here. So this is my other Smoothie statue, which you might recognize from the Smoothie unboxing. Not where I unboxed her, but where I unboxed the other Smoothie. And I just wanted to compare them. So I like to put the two statues together, keep characters together, which is why I have the other Daifuku on the top shelf next to the other one. And arguably one of the coolest statues here is Cracker. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's got the big, you know, cracker in the background, like from his big armor that he disguises himself as. And yeah, he's just got so much detail, and the biscuits actually look like real biscuits. You'll also see here these, and they're along the entire shelf, are world collectible figures. So they make these for each and every arc of the One Piece anime. And what I have is the Whole Cake Island specific characters. They did 3 volumes of the series on Whole Cake Island, and they also did one that was specifically on Luffy's battles throughout Whole Cake Island, which are down the bottom. These are statues that I have unboxed here on my channel. So we have Perispera there, Opera, who I thought was going to be my biggest statue at one point, but that was 2 giant statues ago. and Baron Tamago in the corner. And down here we have Pudding in her wedding dress. Behind her we have the Glitters and Glamour Pudding, which is just a PVC figure, not a statue, but shows Pudding in her normal outfit. I thought it was pretty cool. I actually bought that before I bought any of these statues, because I was the only Charlotte family character I could find. We have Moscato in the middle, and then we have Oven up there. In the background there we have Carrot, who is a very expensive figure. I forget the actual brand, but it's one of the more more high-end One Piece lines, and I got her because she's one of the main protagonists in the Whole Cake Island arc, and she has the outfit that she wears predominantly on Whole Cake Island. Some more statues that I've unboxed on my channel previously. We have Montdor, then Amande, who was the first ever unboxing video I uploaded on this channel, followed by the second video next to her, which is Galette. Then we have Brulee and Little in the corner, which is good because I can fit her in there very easily, Flampe. And behind them, up the back there, I have Nami in her Whole Cake Island outfit. Very cool figure, very attacking, although it does accentuate some parts of her to ridiculous portions. On top of the shelf, which I forgot to mention before, are some of my favorite little pieces. They're part of the One Piece log file collection. I think that's what it is. They do them for a bunch of different arcs, different characters that stand out, and little dioramas. So obviously first we have Luffy in Gear 4 fighting Cracker, and then we have Sanji and Pudding at the wedding scene. And what's cool about that is Pudding's even holding the gun behind a veil, very detailed. We have Big Mom riding Zeus, and we have Katakuri, who's it's a kind of a hard to understand diorama. He's basically meant to be punching Luffy with his attack, and Luffy is going flying in the background. But you could kind of look at it like it's superimposed, but still, it's very cool, and it's just one more addition to my little shrine of Katakuri there. Last but not least, some artwork that I only just recently hung up. The first one got here is just a piece of One Piece artwork, a poster that I bought. The next ones, however, are artwork done by a great artist. Goes to every convention that I've ever been to, actually. Supernova, Comic Con, I think even Smash, and does these amazing anime artworks. His name is Warwick Wong, and I will tag his Instagram in this, because I do follow him. His stuff is great. Down the bottom though, we have some Kuji prizes that I framed just because I like them so much. A close-up of Sanji's face is a scene from Whole Cake Island, which is the reason I got it framed, is my favorite. And the other is just a very iconic scene from One Piece with the whole crew that I thought was quite cool. The cool thing about these is they're animation cells, so they're not fully colorized. They just show how the shading and how the animators do all the colors and stuff in the scene. Also down here I have a puzzle that I framed just because I thought it was really cool. The rest of these artworks, however, are all Kuji prizes. Now, I think they're the lowest prize. That's not to say they're the worst, but they're just art prints, and they're very cool. I love how they're done. There's some from Stampede here, there's some from the Wano Country arc, there's just some cool character ones, some throwbacks to how the characters looked, and some origin stories. But yeah, they just make for great things to hang up. Definitely fill some space. Thanks for watching that, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments, and also give me a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this showcasing my other collections, not just my One Piece collection. I have several others. And if you want to see more Charlotte family unboxings and some other One Piece unboxings too. Alright, thanks very much, guys. See you next time.